Hello, children of God. Good afternoon. The Sabbath lesson today is for our sisters specifically. This video is so important that any Igbo girl needs to see this. And the reason we say that is not because our videos are only for Igbo people. Our videos will benefit anybody who come across it. However, as you all know, we are the Igbo people who have realized that the Igbo people are the Hebrews of the Bible. And we've decided to come back to the worship of our God. So this channel is actually dedicated to calling the Igbo people back to the worship of our God. That's why we titled the video this way. However, this message is for any girl out there. It will benefit any sister that is listening to this. And it's very important that whoever comes across this should circulate it to their sisters, their brothers, and their loved ones, because we have to protect our sisters from the war that is being waged against the black woman in the world. Okay, the title of the teaching today in this Sabbath is going to be on abortion, contraception, and feminism. We will start with abortion. And this video is going to be, I think it's going to be a 2-part or a 3-part video. So this won't be the only video on this topic from our channel. Just look through our history and you'll see the second part of the presentation. So we'll start with abortion. Brothers and sisters, most of us know what abortion is. Abortion, of course, is the killing of the fetus or the embryo in the womb and then getting rid of it. I don't need to beat a dead horse by reminding everyone that this is something bad. What we are going to do in this presentation is to explain why our sisters should stay clear of this very act. Number one, abortion is actually a very dangerous thing. First of all, the womb of the woman is the safest place for a child. And not only for a child, for anybody out there, the mother's bosom is the safest place in the world. I am a grown man. I have a wife and children. However, sometimes I feel the need to talk to my mother. I feel the need to stay with my mother, to call my mother, to just go and stay with her and feel safe, especially when I'm stressed out, even either at work or in my social life or anything. I feel the need to talk to my mother. So the role of the mother in the child, not only the child but the community, can never be underestimated. Our sisters are extremely underappreciated because they don't know the importance they play in our lives. Now, for any child, whenever the child feels threatened, they run to the mother for protection. Anybody does that. So, abortion is a process whereby a woman will willingly allow somebody go into her womb, the safest place her child is, and kill the child there. For somebody to come into your system and kill your child in the place, the only place in the world that child is considered safe. Brothers and sisters, this is the root of the evil of abortion. You have to see it that way. When a woman allows herself to go through abortion, she is giving a killer, a murderer, access to the safest place that her child lives. And it will impact not only her, but also the children that she will decide not to abort later in life. Because she knows that in her mind, she has allowed the safest place for her children to be violated. It's a very traumatic experience, my sisters. Now, a lot of people must have said, oh, don't do abortion. A lot of churches must have said this or said that. However, I want to use this presentation to explain to you the dangers of this process. Number one, I've talked about abortion being a psychological trauma, especially for the mother. It also leads to depression. If a woman has had an abortion, let's say a woman has an abortion, let's say 10 years ago, when she sees a 10-year-old child, she'll be like, oh, my baby would have been like this or like that. It's very depressing for a lot of women. And abortion is extremely dangerous for the woman. Brothers and sisters, you may not know this because they won't let you know. But do you know that abortion is the number one cause of breast cancer in the world? My sisters, abortion is the number one cause of breast cancer in the world. But they won't tell you this. They will never tell you. These pharmaceutical companies, the news media, CNN, Fox News, whatever nonsense you're watching, they will never tell you these things. So, if it's a very simple physics or chemistry or biology, whatever, once you conception starts, your body begins to change. Your mammary glands begin to produce breast milk for the baby. And if along the line there's no baby to suck that milk, those milk that has been created, it can lead to mutation, and that is what is called breast cancer. So abortion is not only dangerous for the baby that is being slaughtered in his safest place, it also leads to dangers to the woman later in life. It also leads to infertility because you never know the process of this abortion that is being done. It can permanently destroy the woman's ability to have children. And you don't want to spend the rest of your life regretting about one simple act that you may have committed when you're a teenager. So, my sisters, this is actually very, very dangerous. Now, the popular media will tell you that abortion is women's rights. They will carry out placards and all kinds of things, and they will give them unlimited amount of time to talk on CNN, Fox News, and all those ones. And then they tend to divide abortion thing as if you are working against women when you advise them not to abort their babies. I know where this comes from, this source of deception. First of all, is abortion woman's right? No, it is not. Because it's not the woman that is being aborted, it's the baby. That's number one. So if the fact that the woman is carrying the baby does not mean that the woman has the right to kill the baby. I know some people will say, oh no, that the child is not yet a baby because it's not yet born. But those people have not seen a CAT scan before. If you see a CAT scan, a child in the womb is just as any other child. Some religions, like the Islamic religion, will teach you that if it's not yet 3 months, it's not yet a baby. That's pure nonsense. Those are very deceptive religions. Because from conception, life starts, the heart starts to beat immediately. A child is a child. A human is a human and is known for movement and heartbeats and all these things the fetus does in the womb. Now, brothers and sisters, do you know that abortion is not something that just started last week? It is actually a practice that was taught by the fallen angels. Brothers and sisters, abortion was taught by the fallen angels. The fallen angels that came here and taught men. If you read Genesis chapter 6, the fallen angels that had sex with the daughters of men, and started teaching them all the kind of iniquities in the world, they also taught them abortion. Let's go to the scriptures and see where abortion was mentioned in the scriptures. If you go to the book of Enoch, chapter 69, in verse 12, Enoch gave the name of the fallen angels that taught mankind abortion. He says that the name of that angel is Kazdejah, and he taught men the smitings of demon and how to smite the embryo in the womb that it may pass away. So abortion is a demonic process. So it's not only is this thing evil and murder of an innocent baby, it is extremely dangerous for the mother, and it is a demonic process. So a number of people have saying that abortion is a woman's right, but it's not a woman's right. It's an existential right. The woman's job is to give birth to the next generation, and if the woman kills that next generation, it's not her right to kill that next generation. It's not her right to do that. It's like a driver who is carrying children in a bus saying that it's my right, I can drive anyhow I want. No, you can't drive anyhow you want, because you can't go and dump the children on one side of the lake because it's your right. It's not done that way. This is an existential thing. And when we say this thing, we are not saying it because of disdain for our sisters. We are saying it out of concern. The reason is that we know the deception that is coming. In the 70s, there's a woman called Gloria Steinem. This woman was the one that propagated abortion all over. She went and took a t-shirt and wrote, "I had an abortion," and she took a picture that appeared on almost all the major magazines in the world. And they used her to circulate abortion all over the world. Her name was Gloria Steinem. And before you know it, different women groups started coming out from nowhere, heavily funded. These women's groups were so funded, they were so rich, they can organize any demonstration, any crusade, anything they want to organize, they can organize it in a heartbeat. They started influencing our sisters. This Gloria Steinem I mentioned, it turns out, it later came out that number one, she didn't even have an abortion. Number two, she was sponsored by the CIA. She was a CIA agent to propagate this nonsense on women. So these people are heavily funded and they are deceiving our young sisters into committing acts of abortion, killing parts of themselves. Now, I want our sisters to realize the people who are doing these things, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care about you. There's an agenda that is currently going on here. That agenda is spearheaded and run by Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is an organization that used to be called the Eugenics Society. This is an organization that is hell-bent on killing people, especially black people. So when you see abortion, women rights, and see some celebrities, I don't know, all these stupid Nigerian actresses that come out and talk about abortion and all those stuff, they are being heavily paid to do these things, my sisters. They are paid to make you infertile. They are paid to make you commit abortion. Do not go their way. Do not listen to them. What is the solution to this? My sisters, the solution to this is abstinence. I know a lot of churches don't tell people to abstain from sexual relations nowadays. Nobody even talks about it, but we'll keep talking about it. The solution is abstain from sexual immorality until you are married. I know people who have done that. I know people who are currently doing that. There are so many people like that. I know that when you watch movies and watch anything, there's so much sexual misconduct in these things that you think that there's no holy person left. Yes, there are, my sisters. There are people who are keeping themselves holy until they marry. Do not listen to this deception that's currently ongoing.